everybody. Welcome and good to see you. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all of that from all of us here at Split Screen. 2026. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about our most anticipated stuff. We're going to talk about some of the more recent headlines, if you will. We've been gone for a little bit. I know Andy had 42 different Thanksgivings he had to attend. Then he followed that up with 39 Christmas events. So we're going to figure it out.
I don't know what you're talking about. I only had 3 Christmases. All right.
Oh man, do the rich get richer, Andy? Keep having them. Next year, I want to see 4 Christmases. Okay. But we're going to hop into it. We're going to discuss some things. We all actually haven't met like this in a while either. So it might be a little rusty, but it might be chaotic. We'll see what happens. But first, I do want to start with John. We do usually the round table, see how everybody's doing. John, first off, I know you have some big news because you hit a milestone for some of your content creation. So I want to send it over to you and kind of let you know how that feels to hit like a milestone like that, and take it away.
I did. As of this morning, I woke up and I had a notification from YouTube Studio congratulating me on 100 subscribers. So I am officially in triple digits. So
congratulations.
Anybody that listens that is a subscriber.
When do you get your plaque from YouTube?
I think that it's auto-generated, so it should come in the mail now any day. I assume. I don't think it's going to be the silver one. I think it's going to be like the keychain. I think that's the 100 subscribers is a little keychain.
I thought it was like a piece of aluminum, like an aluminum. You know, they have silver, platinum. You get the cheapest metal.
Is that a real thing?
I do not think that's a real thing.
I didn't think so because where's mine? First off, where's mine at? Right, I don't have a problem.
But he's calling YouTube. Where's my keychain?
Give me my keychain. They're like, that's not a thing. We're like, okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, so very excited about that. I was able to hit that 100. I really wanted to hit that by the new year, so that 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Here it is. We're recording on the 8th, so 8 days into the new year, I hit the 100 subscribers, so pretty good. My year will be in the middle of March, so I've still got about 2 months, about two months and a couple weeks to see where I get once I hit that year milestone. Hopefully, small goals. I'm not like, oh, okay, now I got 100. Now next is 250. Like, it'd be nice if I get like 125 by the time I hit a year. I think that'd be cool. But I probably won't. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But very excited, very happy with that.
Just a tip, John, if you look into SEO optimization, because that might help. I just want to pass
that seems to be my most popular comment is people reaching out suggesting that I get into SEO.
I mean, it's worthwhile.
We're a bunch of dickheads. Like when I think about our group of friends, we're not very nice to each other, but we've been together so long that it is what it is now at this point. But either way, I think that's awesome. It's a good milestone to one of those that you hit and you're like, hey, put some motivation back in the tank to keep moving forward. So good for you.
It did. For the longest time, I plateaued at like 86. I swear I was at 86 for like a month. Just nothing. Just was not getting anything. Right. And it was defeating because I was like, what is this the ceiling? Is literally 86. And then finally, even on my studio things, it says that I've gotten 11 in the past month. So, just out of nowhere, it just was like, it just ramped up. So
a lot of you
very happy about
people
that.
Being bored.
I've been watching your video count, your view count has gotten pretty steady, I guess, if you will. If you got a couple of the ones that hit like 6, but then you've got most of your more recent ones have all been like, pushing 100, right? Which is really, really cool to see.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not dumb. Like I correlate it to when a new game comes on. I think that draws new interest. So, my 4-game rotation, some things ended, and so then it was time to bring in some new things to the fold. So my current rotation, I'm looking at, of course, Big Ambitions. Since the last time we recorded, I was playing Big Ambitions. I'm still playing that. I'm still loving it. The game is awesome. The game is amazing. I thoroughly enjoy every time that I get on and play that.
Spoiler alert for everybody else, though. Spoiler alert. It made his 3 options for his most anticipated for 2026 is Big Ambitions, Big Ambitions and Big Ambitions. So, just
all three of them.
Spoiler everybody
all
else.
All three of them. Just get used to it because you're gonna see a lot of that.
That game's not going away for John.
Fun.
Yeah.
John's got big ambitions about that game.
I got some big. You're right. Absolutely. So I'm playing that. I'm playing Emergency Cleanup Co., Hotel Simulator, and what's behind me, News Tower. And I'm enjoying all of them. I do think Emergency Cleanup has kind of possibly ran its course.
That's fair.
It's one of the, it's like a power wash simulator type deal where it's a huge game content wise, but you're doing the same thing over and over again.
You don't compare those two.
How much traction, can I get with that? So I think that one might be running its course sooner rather than later. So I might dump that and bring in a new game in the fold. But Hotel Simulator or Hotel Architect, that's the other one that's like that's like it's giving Big Ambitions a run for its money because I am loving Hotel Architect. That game is so much fun playing that.
Nice. That
was going to be my background tonight, but when I loaded up my NVIDIA, this is what I had the last time we were going to record from, but before Andy's 13th Thanksgiving, I think is when we were going to have that episode. So we had to have this background tonight. So that's what we got. So I've got my four game rotation. Might be dropping one and bringing a new one into the fold soon. Cool. Every time I bring a new game, it stirs some new subs in. So
I love that.
That's
really cool. Good stuff. Times. Yeah, congratulations again. That's huge. So keep it up. I know you're enjoying doing the stuff, so it'll be a lot of fun for you.
Yes.
Dan, how are you? What you been up to? What have you been playing lately?
I've really just been playing a lot of Big Ambitions. Really loving the game. It's a whole lot of fun.
Thanks to me.
Yeah.
No, John, I'm so beyond you. You're not even metagaming it, which is just sad. But no, actually,
metagaming Big Ambitions.
Yeah, you don't know how to min-max your stats or anything. It's
that's crazy.
No, lately, a game that you got a couple of us into. Been playing Icarus, which has been interesting. That ended up triggering my brother to get it, and so it's just kind of making its way through people, which is cool. Also, I did finally kind of finish up Cyberpunk. I got through the Phantom Liberties part. Adds more to it, and obviously, I played it when it first came out, then played it after they kind of did the huge update and restructured how the statting works and everything. Now playing it with that, and it's cool, but I remember at parts from like, oh, this is kind of where I taper off because it can get a little tedious at points, some of the stuff. So, but I was happy to hear that they're still supposedly going to be making a second one. That kind of reinvigorated my looking forward to that. And then offline, still just been playing different card games quite a bit. Moving into a couple new formats in some of the games, which has been cool. So
sweet. Hell yeah.
Tabletop Simulator. I'm playing Tabletop Simulator 2.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you were talking about that quite a bit, but they add a bunch of stuff and people kind of.
Yeah, it's just especially for like the card stuff. It's a good opportunity because you can just import stuff from online, so you don't have to buy anything. So it's like, do I want to buy this? Do I want to play it? And you can try board games too before you buy some of them, because obviously some of the more modern board games can get pricey.
That's for sure.
So it's kind of a chance to see if you like it. It's got all kinds of silly mechanics, like you have a little thing you can open up for objects, and it's got like I'm assuming maybe for D&D or something. It's like little figures you can put on the table and they'll move. So like you have like a little goblin and it'll just stand there and like it has nothing to do with the games you're playing. It's just all kinds of bizarre little things.
You can just add little stuff. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's neat.
Congratulations are in order. In some real life news, you are an uncle again. So
I'm due to be an uncle again, like in the next week or two as well. So.
Jeez, OP. There's popping out kids all over the place.
I'm frustrated about it because I'm like, I don't know how you guys afford Christmas. I can barely afford with the rate they're popping these kids out. I can't afford buying presents for them. It's ridiculous. But no, yeah, my sister and brother-in-law welcomed in their third daughter. So 3 girls. Poor Zach. He's in a house with his wife, 3 girls, and 2 female dogs. So he's just got no male support in that house.
I love it, though. I absolutely love it. That's so cool.
And then my other brother, Wyatt, and his wife are expecting their second boy. So now they'll have a boy, 2 girls, and then the youngest will be a boy. Which
yours must be excited to have some more cousins.
They love it, dude. But now it's got the wife breathing down my neck about wanting another one, and I just don't want it. Yeah, I'm talking about you. She's just lippy.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah. Shut her down.
Get her out of here, dude. Andy, what about you, man? How are you?
I'll deal with that off camera.
Yeah. Andy, what about you? How have you been? Have you been playing anything for your long break? Did you get any time to play with all your different events for holidays and stuff?
In between those Thanksgivings?
Yeah, I've been making some time to play, especially with the kids being off. I feel like that actually made some more free time. So I played quite a few different things. Still playing college football, some. Um, Playing in our dynasty, as well as I have my own offline dynasty with Ball State. I'm in my 5th season.
Hell yeah.
I've got them up to a 76 overall and 76 offense and defense.
How many stars? How many stars program?
I'm guessing 3.
2.5 now.
That's a slow
6-6 my first year. Oh yeah, it is 6-6 my first year. Then I went 8-5 with a bowl win, and then I went 11-3 with a bowl loss. And then last year I went like 12-2, and I won the Xbox Bowl. And I was waiting until the end. I wanted to see Master Chief give me the trophy or something, and there was no trophy presentation. I didn't get anything.
Come on, dude. Drop the ball there. Holy shit.
That was a bummer. So I'm hoping to make the playoff this year. Got a pretty dang good team. So been doing some of that. Around Christmas time, I was playing that Grinch. I don't remember the name of it. Grinch something or other. That's on Game Pass.
Yep.
And it's just like collect a bunch of presents and avoid stuff. And it was fun to some mindless fun. Might go and finish it. I didn't finish it. And I got some other games with the Xbox sale that I've been playing and for Christmas. So I've really been mixing it up.
Well, how many Christmases you had? I assumed you got a lot of games. So
I actually got more games with my gift cards that I got than I actually got for Christmas.
Like, we're not going to buy you the games. You just buy your own damn games. You know what I mean? That's what they're getting at. Yep. That's fair.
Not to mention the hardware that you're currently on. Nice and shiny coming in.
Yeah, my wife got me a new computer for Christmas.
Yeah. Love that.
I've been
you hear that, honey? His wife got him a computer
for a while.
She didn't get me anything. Gave me a headache. That's what I got for
damn.
Christmas.
Oh my gosh, dude. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just letting this lead in. It's hard.
Can't relate. Can't relate.
If I get that job, at county government, I'll have it.
At county government.
County government.
Good Lord.
Is that going to be your first act as data entry clerk? Is to launch an investigation?
Sounds like you guys had a good time off since we, I guess, recorded our last episode. I've been, like Dan said, I played Icarus a little bit. Survival game. It's one of the better ones I played, so that's a lot of fun. And then also it's been Battlefield a little bit here and there. Got the battle pass done for season 1. That was just the main goal. Then I kind of put it down. I'm 100 hours into that game, so why not? And then also playing Black Myth Wukong, which has been really, really good.
Yingin and Yangin.
That boss.
Good.
It is. It is really good. I will give a little bit of a critique, and I'll just jump through it real quick though. Chapters 1 through 5, I absolutely adored. It was like probably a 9 out of 10 game for me, right? Really, really, really good. Well done. Progressing is fun. Putting stats into new points and new things that you can do is really, really cool. Got to chapter 6, which is the last chapter. It's called Unfinished. And I swear to God, that is the biggest irony on the planet Earth, because chapters 1 through 5, you're going through these different paths. You can search, you can explore, you can do all this kind of stuff. You guys aren't going to play it. So I'm going to just say you unlock this flying, Dan, you can relate to like Goku, the flying cloud Nimbus, right?
Nimbus?
Yeah.
Yep, flying
so
Nimbus.
Like you unlock something like that, which is part of the Chinese mythology of this character and this whole thing. But chapter 6, you beat a boss, you unlock it. Then it just opens up the map and you can just fly this thing around and go to different bosses and fight them. So it's basically a my opinion, very, I don't want to say lazy because game development is difficult, but it seems like it is less cared for than the other chapters.
Less polished.
The fights are fine, but it just seems like we don't know what to do for chapter 6 towards the end of the game. So here's a bunch of unused bosses that we built out and didn't use throughout the game. We're going to dump them in this large map. You have to fly around. They don't tell you which ones you have to fight right off the bat, which is okay. But there are a bunch. There's maybe 16 of them in this big giant area that you have to go fight. Wow. You don't have to fight them all. There are certain ones you can that will trigger the end, but it just feels like unnecessary to do that. You could have just chapter 6 could have been the final boss fight and that was it, and I would have been cool with it. But the fact that you were like, here's all these people we put time and effort into developing and creating and making, we're just going to put them in here just to do it. That gives me a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. But the game overall is still pretty fun. I think I put it down because I was like, maybe it's fatigue, maybe it's just trying stuff where it's like, if I stop having fun, I stop playing the game, right? So that's just what it is. Maybe that's what it is too. I don't know, but overall, it's a fun time. I'm just a little disappointed in chapter 6, but that's what I've been playing lately. So Andy, you mentioned you got some games. Did you get any other things game related, video game related or anything for Christmas?
Yes. Let's see. Like I said, most of the stuff that I got that was like game related, was with my gift cards that I picked out myself.
For sure.
The game wise, I got NBA Bounce, if you've heard of that. Kind of like NBA Jam for like little kids.
Did you get it for Xbox?
I did get it for Xbox.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. I've been watching it because I didn't want to pay the price that it was at. So I've been watching it to see if I want to, because I will be picking up a copy of that sooner or later.
It's pretty fun. You can tell it's more based towards kids because it's kind of easy to catch on, pretty quickly. But there's a lot of stuff you can do in it. So got that. Been playing some of that. Got Pac-Man Repack 2. I bought Star Wars Outlaws.
Cool.
Borderlands 4. I want to say, I got Nickelodeon and the Dice of Destiny.
Oh, cool.
I know we talked about that.
Heard that's pretty good.
And I got some gaming related books. I got see over here if I'm gonna look. I got Doom Guy, which is John Romero's autobiography. I got a book called Play Nice by Jason Shearer, if you're familiar with him. He's done other gaming books like Press Reset.
Oh, yeah. Jason Schreier. Yeah, from Bloomberg.
Schreier. This book is about the history of Blizzard. So I got that.
Cool.
And I got it's called Tomb Raider Colossal Edition, which is all of the first run comics from back in the 90s. And when they say colossal, they aren't joking because it's like this thick. Like, it is ridiculous. So, and there's probably a few other things. I got some Xbox gift cards, so I bought some digital games. I think I got like 6 games. Keeper being one of them.
Yep.
I knew I'd wanted. It was on sale, so I picked that up. And gaming related, but not actually anything playable. I got Xbox 360 Christmas ornament.
Oh yeah, dude! I got one of those too, dude. Yes, sir.
Heck yeah,
that's I've been trying. It's the one from Hallmark, right?
Yeah, Hallmark. Yeah.
I've been trying to get all of those as they come out, and I have to go back and get the Super Nintendo and the NES. I have to go back and get those two. I think.
Yeah, I don't have the Super Nintendo. I think there's a Genesis one too that I want to pick up.
I do have the Genesis, and I also have the Dreamcast one too.
Dang. I do. I have the Dreamcast and the Xbox.
Yeah, the original Xbox. Yeah, dude, they're so cool. I love those ornaments so much. It's fantastic. Makes me more excited to open up and decorate the tree. When Christmas comes around.
Yep. Absolutely.
John, what about you? Did you get any gaming related things for the holidays?
No.
All right, moving on. Dan. All right, that's
wow,
fine.
That was
so be it.
Captivating.
So be it.
No.
No.
It is what it is, right? It is what it is.
Yeah. No, I everything that I'm doing right now is like on Steam and PC games. So it's like I don't have any physical games that, going after for my collection other than that damn Resident Evil Origins game.
That'll be
But
tricky.
yeah, no.
Okay.
Steam gift card.
There's nothing in the immediate future that I was wanting.
Oh, well, that's a good spot to be in. It's a lot cheaper to be that way than anywhere else. So
it is.
Well then, Dan, how about you? Any video game related stuff you got over the holidays from family or anything like that?
No, I did not. So I got
moving
on.
for my grandparents, and then we adults, because of, like I said, the 1,000 kids that my siblings have, all decided to just not do anything between us as gift exchanges here. We just did all for the kids.
I got you. Well, that's pretty cool. Nothing wrong with that.
Darn children.
I know. I was like, oh yeah, they're like, we'll do that. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Cool. I guess I'm outvoted. I don't give a shit about those.
What about me?
Yeah, I'm still a child.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I'm a kid.
Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't get a lot. I got a couple things. I've talked about them before, but it was the original Xbox controllers. They did a new run that worked on modern hardware. I got the other variations of the Duchess colors. So there's a white, a black, and then the translucent green, which matches some of the old controllers. So I got those.
Is one of them within reach?
I can see them, but I would have to fuck it.
Show and tell time. So in the meantime,
yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, brother? All right, hold on. Okay. Oh, let me pick up my mic here since I don't have my stand. I'm looking like a reporter. But it's like these. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, I'll put it right here so you can. But it's like this, right? Nice. And there's a white one. There is it's
the physical size. The physical size of the original Xbox controller.
So this is the
internally.
Yes, and it is wired, right? It does work. Well, actually, it's wireless. The thing comes off, but well, no, I'm sorry, it is wired. My bad. But they do detach. But it is the smaller version of the original Xbox controller. So they had a Duke, and then they had a Duchess come out, right?
That's right. Did they make a Duke?
Yes, they
version?
did. And those have the screen in the middle. You can see the Xbox symbol in the middle of the controller. On the Duke ones, on those, it's an LED screen. Like they're really, really cool. They're absolutely really cool. I need to. For the Duke ones or these?
Both.
These were like $30-$40. They're not too bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was on sale. I think Amazon.
To scratch that nostalgic itch and
they're just
be able to have the modernized, be able to use it on the modern console. That's cool.
And then my wife got me a Dark Souls. It's a 6-piece set, but it's like little figures, if you will. Which is kind of cool. A big fan of Dark Souls. Obviously, she knows that. So, have yet to unpack them, and they're technically they're blind boxes, but they allow you to buy a 6-piece set of each one, so you don't have to just buy a bunch. They're not in stores. Nice. You know what I mean? They're not in stores, so you can just buy a box of each one, which is kind of nice. So, but yeah, that was my stuff. I then bought myself the black, gray, and white Stormbreaker controller, Xbox controller. Because my wife has the blue Stormbreaker or Icebreaker or whatever it's called, and then my daughter has the pink and blue one. They're all the same, so I was like, "Well,
What's
screw
that
it."
Called?
I don't know actually.
The blue one being Icebreaker would make sense. And black, I'm just curious.
I don't know what maybe I can't remember. What is that?
The Heartbreaker.
It could be. I don't know. It very well could be, but it is of that series, and they all look the same. There's just different colors, but. I was like, well, screw it. I'll get the white and black and gray one so we can all just match and be cool. You know what I mean?
Family unity, right?
Exactly. That's what it's all about around here. Well, cool. That's a little, insight to what we've got going on, which is awesome. The holidays were a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys all had some good time with family. So,
over here making me sound like a greedy butthole. Like, oh, I didn't get anything. And I'm over here listing off
And he's
stuff.
like,
That,
Well, you
I
had
was
all the
spoiled.
holidays. You had like 50 of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you had,
hey,
yeah,
like,
you had a
like
bunch.
I said, almost all that stuff was from gift cards. So
Right. And hey, that's the
oh,
best way.
look who got gift cards. We get it, Andy. You got stuff.
But so we'll just touch on some of the more important gaming headlines, if you will. One of them is more of a general topic. Just want to get everybody's kind of discussion of what it may lead to, what your expectations are for it. But the rising cost of GPUs, right? RAM and shit is going to be also one of the things that we talk about. It's Andy or Dan, I guess I'll start with you, but with all these, I mean, it's AI driven, right? Which is what's costing a lot. So you had some of the major companies moving towards only producing some of these things for AI companies. So then that limits for, what the other uses of going straight to consumer or anything like that. But what do you think with a lot of, quite a bit of different systems and new consoles being made? You've got the Steam machine coming out this year. You're going to have the new Xbox coming out the next year, possibly 2027. The PS6 is on the horizon as well. But let's talk about the Steam machine, since that's going to be basically a PC hybrid, right? Or basically a PC that sits in your living room for most people. Do you think that's going to delay or raise the costs of some of these different hardware things coming out? What's your reaction to that?
No, I think that they factor. I was listening to something the other day that explained it with Xbox Game Pass, right? Where it's like they build in these, when they raise these prices, part of what they really justify is they're building in what they're already expecting costs to rise to. So they're basically trying to charge you ahead of the curve of
beforehand.
So I think that if you do see an increase, it's not going to be like, oh, you're going to see it was going to be 1,000, it's going to be 1,100.
Right.
No matter what, it's all going to come out more expensive than anything we've ever been used to. All these, because that's just what it is now. They've been able to raise prices on pretty much everything. And what have we all said on this before and everything else? It doesn't, they go due to macroeconomic factors. Well, if you eliminate those macroeconomic factors, do you think they're going to lower the price back to what it was? No, they never will, because people are buying it at the other price. They've gotten over the hurdle. They're never going to go back.
Right.
So I already expected stuff to be high. So I would say that knowing that stuff is going to probably be more expensive, knowing that these consoles are going to come in at around, either slightly under or just above that $1,000 mark, probably. If we're being realistic, I kind of figured that this would all play a factor into it. They were going to use one of these plethora of justifications, be they valid or not,
right,
to continue to raise price.
I was one that was really, really hoping that the Steam machine would come in at a competitive price for that. But now, and I think it was smart they didn't put out a price yet, even though they said it was coming out in 2026, right? But they were like, hold off on the price, because I think it will go up more than, and I say go up, but they haven't actually settled on anything that was publicly announced. So it's just maybe they're going to resettle with the new one, right?
They're going to be able to charge more than what they probably were originally planning to,
without any of the backlash, because we didn't know what the original plans were, right?
Exactly.
Which is probably a safe bet, because Steam's got what seems like endless money, or at least a bunch of it, right? So but I was hoping the Steam machine would be at least competitively priced. And go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. So I say, while we're on this, this kind of ties together, but I'll get your opinion on this. I heard somebody say the other day that, because we've talked about how Xbox sounds like they're potentially going to be in the long term getting out of the hardware space and different things like that. There's speculation.
Yeah, speculation for sure.
Somebody said that video games anymore isn't about making like a great single player game or making hardware. It's about renting a space that you think that you're basically going to be able to sit and make money for, right? Everybody wants to be a platform or a thing for them to make money off other people. There's more and more of the companies shifting towards basically, we're not making stuff. We're going to we're going to make money off other people's stuff. Like, because they referenced Steam. Steam got in that wasn't ever, I think the vision of it necessarily when they launched it, but like with Valve, they said like, why would they make a Half-Life 3? They just are cashing checks off of other people's content alone and making money.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is why would they? But they can. That's the thing.
They can, but that's my point.
Absolutely, just could, because of how much money they make.
And that's what I'm saying. Is like, in their respect, they're also a company that I think people believe would do that. But you look at some of these other companies who
fair
have been pretty publicly facing or making decisions that are pretty blatantly obviously about like the bottom line dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Sony. They were going to try to launch, what was it, like 12 live service games or whatever.
Yes.
That was that big. And now you think about, everybody wants to be Fortnite, right? Well, live service games typically don't succeed really well in the long run. There's very few that do. And then Sony goes, you know what we should do is take that small market segment and compete with ourselves 11-fold.
Oh yeah, right.
On which
100%.
And so it's like, I feel like those, companies that have already tried that game that are going like towards that, they just want to be able to basically not do work and make the money in the simplest sense of terms.
Right. Yeah. And that kind of goes into something.
Do you think that do you think that's kind of the case? Like, dude, they look at the cost, they're going to be continuing to pay for hardware. Those hardwares are sold at a loss. We know that. Like, the consoles typically come out at break even or a loss. Mm-hmm. So now they're going to be even more. Do you think this stuff like this is also going to lean them more, anyone that's on the brink, lean them more away from it to going to that whole, let's find ways to just make money without having to physically.
I mean, yes, AAA, yes, 100%. That's what that direction is headed that way. They're trying to find, how do we sustain money over a long period of time and not just get $70 out of somebody. Yeah, $70 out of somebody if they want to buy it, if they're interested in it. And it's like, okay, now we're going to get everybody. But so AAA, yes, but I think that's what's so beautiful about indie games becoming more than just, you used to look at a game and say, that's probably an indie developer, somebody who doesn't have a publisher or somebody behind them. That line has been blurred. So I think that's where indie and AA games kind of step in and provide that single player cinematic experience, right? Which I think is awesome, because I look back at some of the bigger AA games. Andy, you know how much I talk about Vanquish, for Christ's sake. That's not a AAA game, but good God, is it one that holds a very high regard in my heart, right? So I think that proves a point, but I think AAA is that direction. They're all trying to scramble to find who we had this conversation too. They're no longer finding a game. They're fighting for everybody's time now, right? We had this conversation. It's not just video games doing that. It's everybody, TV shows, movies, everybody's fighting for people's time now, which is limited, right? You have to go to work. You have to take care of your family, spend time with your family, do all these, you have to cook and sleep. Families. So there's almost, the content is crazy abundant, right? So I don't know.
I saw that
it's hard, but
overwhelmingly, like they said, like people, like polls, all the data show, like people want, like there's a strong demand for good single player games, like way more so. So that just makes me scratch my head and go, okay, you guys are like, where do we make the money? Let's go put a bunch of money in the other stuff that all the data, like, I don't get it. Right, like people want to buy. Look at Hogwarts Legacies, right? Like that was a single player game. They sold a shit ton of those. Mm-hmm. And you can't, the problem is instead of being like, oh, we made $200 million profit, they're like, instead of being happy with making good money, it's like they want to make all the money. Well, you're not gonna get all the money. Like it can't. Right. The money is always going to be divided.
Yeah. No, I
and I don't understand why they keep like shooting. It's like they see it like right in their face, and they're like, nah. I don't believe it. And I don't understand how this many smart people that are smart, clearly, they're doing things that I could never dream of doing technologically, artistically. How many smart people can be that ignorant to stuff?
Yes, I agree. And I'll let John or Andy talk about it. Andy, do you have any takes on kind of that whole approach? Do you think that is lessening the fact that, the live service games that Dan mentioned? Do you think we are going in towards a different direction? Because everybody has lost money so far, and they're panicking, and they're like, well, we should get out of it, right? Those spaces have already been filled by your Fortnites, your Warzone, your other games like League of Legends and all those other games that are ongoing games, right? Do you think that's kind of going away, or is it here to stay?
I think it's here to stay in the sense that companies aren't going, I don't think they're going to stop trying to be the next one. And if they fail, maybe they'll go back to, their bread and butter, whatever that may be. Mm-hmm. But, I don't see these companies like Sony, just because Concord was an epic fail, that they won't try another one and try to make the next Apex or whatever. So Yes and no.
Right. I don't know. I wanted to bring in what John I think brought up, but we wasn't on the topic list, but we'll touch on it. But it was the top 5 most played games this year are the same games from 2024, but in a different order.
Not in the same order,
Right?
But
they're all
are
mixed.
the same games.
Yeah, which
2 years in a row.
Which is, I don't think surprising. I think you know what I mean. I didn't even look to see what they were.
It's not a bad thing, but it's
I didn't look to see what they were, but I could probably give you 3 of them. Right?
Go for it.
Roblox.
Yep.
Fortnite.
Yep. Think of our daughters.
Minecraft.
Yep.
Correct.
And then my guess would be, is it the next 2 are probably games you're not familiar with. You know of them probably, but maybe they're not.
Genshin Impact.
Part of me wants to say League of Legends.
Warriors.
League of Legends.
No.
Okay.
Hint time. Perry Penguin.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Really? Okay. I guess that does. They have. Yeah.
But the article specified that like
it's the launcher.
The reason Call of Duty is in that conversation is because like they're just Call of Duty as a blanket. Call of Duty.
Yeah. Who opened the launcher?
Title.
Yeah, they have a launcher now. So it's who opened that launcher and launched any title of Call of Duty. They were in that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So then your fifth one. What game was not allowed to be on our list for our anticipated games?
Grand Theft Auto Online.
It's GTA 5, but it's online. Probably that does it.
Yep. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
that's
those are your 5.
Huh.
I don't remember. I don't remember the order, but yeah, you're talking Roblox, Minecraft, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto,
Fortnite,
and Fortnite. Those are the exact same top 5 games 2024 and 2025.
And one of those
is full of child predators.
Yes. Right. That's not what I was. That's not what I was gonna say. But yes.
Well, what's just wild because if it was in the top 5 games both years with that well-known fact out there, which is kind of wild to me.
Yes. Very strange.
It's very wild to me.
But one of them is paid for. Is a paid every year, and that's Call of Duty, right? So every year a new Call of Duty comes out, right? So, but this also that kind of throws a wrench in it with it just being the launcher of all Call of Duties, right? That's kind of not fair.
It skews it. It skews it a little bit.
I did want to run down the top 10, year to date for retail and digital for 2025. This is from Circana. Sorry, my bad. But it does say digital sales on Nintendo platforms not included, and then also digital sales on Nintendo and Xbox platforms not included. So take that for what it is. But you have number 1, Battlefield 6, number 2, NBA 2K26, number 3, Monster Hunter Wilds, 4 is Borderlands 4. That's crazy. That is crazy to me. That is
crazy.
Right? Number 5, NCAA sport college football. No, EA Sports College Football 26. Jesus Christ. Madden 26, Call of Duty 7. Oh, Jesus Christ. Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
Get it together, man.
And Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered sits at 9. And then Ghost of Yote sits at number 10.
That's kind of wild considering I know so many people that got it free from Game Pass. So I'm surprised it got that.
Right. Which is crazy. Right. So, I mean, and that's not even with Xbox sales included on that. So you think of who got it, quote unquote, free, who could just download it and play it. But that's wild. I mean, that's really kind of cool. So if you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those games have multiplayer aspects, but also are just games. You know what I mean? Like it's not a service. I mean, granted, you could probably argue Borderlands 4 has ongoing content and live events in the game, things like that, but it's not a service game. It is a full out game you can complete, but interesting stuff. Absolutely cool. But yeah, I think the prices are going to be bad for the Steam machine and stuff. I think I think it is going to get delayed at least a little bit. If it doesn't, it's going to come out at a higher price. They did mention that it's going to be a close to, I think, PS5 level of performance when it comes to graphical stuff. But then again, it is a PC, so it can do all the other things. So you're probably right. It's probably going to hit around that $1,000 mark, which is too bad. Because I wanted it to be more of a competitive thing for the living room. But if it's going to do anything and everything that needs to do, the Steam OS is absolutely fantastic. It's the best one out there. But we'll see what that comes down to. Let's see here. Andy, I think you put this one on here. This comes for Tech for Gamers. It says new Sony patent suggests PS6 to support hardware level backward compatibility features. This aligns perfectly with the previous rumors. Let's see here. Story highlight. Sony has published a new patent that discusses tuning Modern Warfare to run legacy applications smoothly on a new device. So basically doing emulation, what Xbox is currently doing with their original Xbox and with their 360. The patent talks about the hardware level backed compatibility for legacy applications like games from other consoles. Sony may add this system to the PS6, which also perfectly connects with the past rumors about the next gen console. If that's the case, more to it, because they're already kind of doing it, I think, right? Currently, with some of their,
the PS5 can play PS4 games,
but they have the classics, and maybe those are re-released ports, right? They do have on their PlayStation Plus catalog, or whatever it's called, right? They do have some of the classic games, but I think that's not running hardware. Maybe it is like Xbox, where you put in an old PS1 game and it's going to run the emulator on that system, and then you just play it from there, which would be really, really cool. I think that's awesome if that's the case, but that's a good news. John, how's that make you feel about some of the games on your shelves being able, granted, I don't know if you'll probably not get a PS6, but that's just a cool thing to talk about. Throwing in one of those, a Resident Evil 2, right? Throw it in your PS6 and you can just play it as it was intended.
Yeah, that is pretty exciting. It's a digital world we live in now, so it's cool to have some kind of a throwback like that.
Yeah.
To be able to do that.
Be nice. Any interest for the rest of you for PS6, or are you guys kind of just, PC heavy? Are what you are kind of thing now?
Yeah, I'm PC, and then if I'm gonna get a console, it's been with Xbox so long, I would default back.
That's where your library's at, for sure. Yeah.
Yep. But it's cool I support backwards compatibility as a whole. I think it should be there.
I agree.
You know me, and I pretty much always get both.
Yeah,
so I would get that PS6 for
gift cards with your gift cards.
With my gift cards. And I got a big library of PS1, 2, 3 games to play on there. So that would be really cool, and especially if it could play PS3, because that's for the time that was such unique hardware, and they've had such trouble being able to emulate that and get those games to play. I read, I think, a different article. Mark Cerny, if you're familiar with the name, he helped with the design of the PS2. He's also helping with PS6 and this patent.
He's the guy who wanted you to send him pictures of your ears so you could specialize the audio for PS5.
What?
Ooh, what?
When they did the presentation for the PS5, they were talking. He went hard on this audio section of what the PlayStation audio can do, and the headphones and everything and what they're doing. And he was asking people to voluntarily send in pictures of their ears, just right here, so then they could research and specialize and look at people's Sorry, I didn't know anybody didn't know that. But anyways, go ahead.
I missed that. I missed that.
That was a while ago. Anyways, that was over 5 years ago. Go ahead. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's saying that they could what they're trying to do is essentially make the PS6 run exactly like a PS3 did, suppress the technology, to make it run like that, to essentially emulate the hardware to be a PS3.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool if they can figure that out. If they can get that done in time for the PS6, this is a patent. Who knows how much
Right.
work they've done on it? Maybe it's a PS7 thing, but then again, who knows when the PS6 is coming?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm absolutely all for it. And that would even go beyond what Microsoft has done. So
True. Very true. Yeah. I think they've they don't have necessarily the history that Microsoft does, right? So if you could get 1 through 5 on the 6, that's crazy. That'd be really, really, really huge. And I don't know if you talk to any gamer who's not for game preservation, right? But that's a big reason to do that. And collectors and stuff like that have a reason to bust it out instead of having to bust out all of your, break out the old PS1, hook it up to then try to hook it up to modern hardware. Then you have to buy adapter. It just becomes a big cord mess, right? So just having that ability to pop it in and play it is really, really cool. That's what I like about the Xbox. If granted, it's not all games, and that's where you run into licensing issues, right? But any step forward is really, really cool with that. Last but not least, or second to last, sorry, Arcade 1UP has finally shut down. No longer exists. The company is no more. Do you guys, whoever shared that article, by the way, it leads to 2025's top 5 most played games on PlayStation and Xbox. That's okay. I don't need to read the article. It is what it is. The headlight stands what it is. Maybe it doesn't actually go to that. I see what it is. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
I see what it is. We're good. We're good. Insert link
arcade
here.
one wasn't linked correctly.
There we go. We got it. We're good. We're good.
There we go. We back.
You're not linked correctly.
Got you.
Have you guys ever messed? Actually, yes, I know you have, because on our video game collection trips, you guys usually will fight or play some of the games that are in some of those stores. So I know you guys have handled some of these machines. I know
got handled by Honda.
John, yeah, you guys played Street Fighter. That was absolutely fantastic. But other than those,
before or after the spikes in the car that you rented,
that was after
my drink cup.
Yeah, I think it was after, because you did that pretty much right away.
Rents cars.
Yeah,
he rents
the
cars
standard
that have spikes in the cup holder.
I paid extra for those spikes too, just to embarrass you.
Yeah, because that's far more likely than John was just an idiot.
Yes. But you guys, I have one I recently got from just a Facebook marketplace from somebody I knew. It's the Marvel Superheroes one, and I enjoy it. It's really fun. It's cool to go back and play it. I think it did serve a pretty cool niche thing for people too intimidated to build maybe a full arcade cabinet. You guys' experience, Dan, what was your experience kind of playing with those? I mean, kind of cool, right? I mean, just to have something like that.
They're neat. Unfortunately, and this is not a knock on arcade one necessarily. It's like, unfortunately, it's just you can tell that, like, if they're used a lot, like, a lot of those game stores, there'd be like a row of maybe 5 of them, right? And 1 or 2, there'd be something, it'd be jacked up. Like, it would either be the sticks didn't work or something, because people were using, obviously, and abusing them. So, it just shows you they were good, but it also shows you that maybe they probably wouldn't hold up to the same level of wear and tear that a traditional arcade machine would, maybe. The other downside I've heard some people knock is, like, obviously they're small. So you have some people that, like, in order to play them at a normal, comfortable height, they have to invest in also pedestals, whatever additional things. So it was but other people liked it. So that was kind of a one you hear kind of a split on.
I have to sit on the ground.
They seem to run.
I personally have to sit on the ground to play the game without having to.
And that was the thing. If you wanted to, for you to stand up, you'd have to buy something that could support the weight of that thing solidly. But I think overall they were pretty good. I think the problem is, again, in a little bit of a niche market for that, right? And with the cost, there's not going to be that many people that are going to buy more than one.
Yeah, right.
So that's kind of your I'm sure your struggle. You got an already somewhat small market segment, and although the amount of people that are going to be a repeat buyer, smaller.
Right. Yeah, I think they're really cool they're really awesome additions for, like, shops that we go to, your mom and pop, like, video game resale shops. Those are really cool to have in there, just
or
because.
A man cave to have, like, A1 in there, but, like,
yeah. And I did mention that the company was gone and it doesn't exist anymore. That's not quite true. Arcade 1UP has just been absorbed by what does it go? Basic Fun, who is Tonka, Care Bears, and Littlest Pet Shop Toys. That's what they're in charge of. So it's not necessarily that they're gone. They have just been absorbed. I don't know what that kind of looks like for the future of that stuff, but they do talk about, trying to the home arcade category and existing Arcade 1UP products currently in the market. The asset acquisition reflects our ongoing commitment to expanding our presence in the home arcade space, supporting current Arcade 1UP titles and products alongside our existing arcade offerings. So it's stuff they're going to try to keep, but they're no longer their own company. It's now currently owned by somebody else, which is cool because I don't know. It was hard because the one I got, I'll be honest with you, it's Marvel and Capcom. It's Marvel superheroes. So it's the first, like the fighting game where you fight against Marvel superheroes. It has the X-Men, Children of Adam, and then it has the Punisher. Those are all games that's just 3 games that are on there, which is fine. I got it for $250. So be it. It came out at $400 when it came out. I felt like, why not? It'd be a cool thing to have. Me and my daughter would play the fighting games. It's great. It adds a little bit of a reason for us to just play something different, which is cool. I do, as somebody who wants to build a full arcade soon, right? That's something that is like, cool, I can see this, but it only serves a purpose for a little bit. Just like VR, it's very niche, like I think you guys talked about. So, but hopefully they live on. Hopefully they put out some awesome bangers and you make me want to get one. I wish I would have got the Blitz or the NBA Jam one. I really do. I wish I would have got both of those.
I would love to get that for my man cave, one of those.
But I also couldn't imagine playing Blitz with 4 people standing looking at one of those small screens. I couldn't imagine it. That'd be a tight space that we'd all have to fit in to play 4-player Blitz on a little screen that's about this big, right? So
you're still building that bags machine, right?
Yeah, dude.
Because you want these hands.
Yeah, dude. If I can buy a bags machine, I will. I promise you, because I can't get. Never mind. That's illegal because you shouldn't do it. That's why I can't get it, is because it's illegal and you shouldn't break the law. Yes, exactly. I will never do that. If I could buy it, that'd be great. But yes,
the maker, John, I know you probably have no idea what we're talking about. You look confused. Let me explain this to you. Bags is made by the same people that make Golden Tee and Silver Strike, but it's what people in Indiana call cornhole. Everywhere else, we usually refer to it as bags. But it's a game where at Mega Play, Jordan likes to get beat by me all the time.
Dude, such a good game. Underrated, massively underrated.
Bags is also called cornhole. You throw the bag across, to the platforms. There's a hole. You score them.
Did you hear him say that?
Hole? Could you go in the hole and shut up and not come back? I just explained all of that, and as you were blankly staring off into space.
Did you know they actually Arcade 1UP released a Golden Tee collection of they released a small one, and when I saw that announcement, I was hoping that they threw bags on there just because.
And Silver Strike, just get all of them. Oh man,
yeah, dude, that would have been.
I'm surprised they partnered with the people that did that, because again, Golden Tee is one you find typically large machines because of the.
They did the old ones. It was by no means any of the new ones.
The ones we played at in Ohio.
Yep, all the old ones for sure.
That was a wild one we played there. That one we were at.
I beat you guys with 5 over par. So
we
were just talking about playing it. I don't know why you had to bring up that.
That was a good time.
I had to throw it in there. John was sleeping. John, you missed out.
Before we head on to.
Was this when I stayed? You guys left and
we went to the arcade.
You were tired at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we went to the arcade bar. Yep.
I watched SmackDown while you guys were out gallivanting around town.
Gallivanting like you were watching SmackDown.
Enjoying friendship.
We got back.
Just watching the inside of my eyelids.
Before we hop into our 2026 most anticipated games that are not GTA 6, because obviously, I also just read an article that GTA 6 is. There are concerns for a November release. So it may even be a 2027 game.
The day before that, they were like, "This is gonna be it. There will be no
right.
We're confident that we can make this." And then the next day, they were like,
"Yeah." They're like,
did anybody else see?
I just looked at the game and we're a little cautious. Oh, okay.
I saw something saying that the game's file size right now was sitting at almost 700 gigabytes. I really hope that that's not true.
There's no way.
Yeah,
It'll
that's
be
even
true.
possible.
It'll be true.
That's 7. I don't know what Battlefield 6 games. That's 7 of those.
7
why I said I was-
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. I probably, it might be sitting at that, but they have to do work to compress that anyways. That's always something that they do, right? That's how development goes with a lot of games. But anyways, so we'll see what happens.
Unless you're Call of Duty, they don't compress anything.
No, they're like, fuck it. What is it? 150 gigs? Yeah, we don't give a shit. We
They're
don't
like,
give
oh,
a shit.
we're gonna patch out one bug. Here's a terabyte update.
Yeah, you're gonna be the only game. This is the only game on your hard drive. You better buy a separate one.
Well, that was my fear. Is if it was that large, it was partly in a thing of like, fuck it. If they want it, it'll force them to buy more peripheral hardware.
Yeah, true. But also, come on, dude.
I don't trust him. I don't trust Big Brother out there.
The one thing we have is just a quick announcement here that was announced today as of the 8th is Xbox Developer Direct coming January 22nd. That has been a new thing they've been doing the last couple of years. Every January they'll do this. They'll focus on somebody to showcase some games. I was questioning that Fable was even going to come out this year, but Fable is going to be highlighted. That doesn't mean anything that it is, but it is good to see a bigger look, more in-depth look at that game because I know most of us are excited for that. I think 3 of the 4.
Can you guess who's not?
And then they're also going to be covering Fable. So Fable, Forza Horizon 6, and then another game called Beast in Reincarnation, which is the first good-looking game that Game Freak has ever made, which is showing that they can do it, right? This shocked everybody. I think it was at maybe Summer Game Fest when they announced this. So they're going to be highlighting some of that game as well. And I've heard from normally reliable people that there's a secret 4th game that they will be showing, at least maybe a trailer.
Elder Scrolls.
Oh my God, dude. I don't see it
Andy,
happening.
don't you think we got to will it into existence.
My bet would be possibly Fallout 3 remake. That's what my thing would be.
I've heard New Vegas. Shadow. There's potentially a Shadow Peak at a New Vegas remake.
I don't do New Vegas first because you do 3 first. So I play 3.
Remaster,
right. I don't want a remaster. I would like a remake, please. It's been long enough. Don't say remaster. Ooh, here's a new painted coat. Ooh, I don't give a shit. Okay, Dan.
I'm just telling you. Hey.
Hey.
You want to play? You want to settle this in a game of Caravan? Huh?
Yeah.
I'd never learned how to play that. It's
Either
one of the
did I.
few in-game card games I never learned. Gwent, I ran the tables, all right? But like Caravan, no.
But I think you do
Triple
3.
Triad? Yeah.
You do Fallout 3. You let me play through that one. It's not a terribly long game. I want to see how pretty it is. I want to see how good looking the game is. I want to play through the whole thing. I want to find my I'm going to find my son. Okay?
Give me back my son.
Give me back my son. Wait, no, that's 4.
Yeah, this is you're finding your dad.
I'm trying to find my dad in 3. Yeah, 3. I'm trying to find my dad.
Find my daddy.
Yeah, my daddy. I can find my daddy.
And C3 Dog, dude.
And C3 Dog, dude.
Galaxy News Radio.
Holy shit, I can't wait. But I hope 3 comes out first, then they do New Vegas. So don't go out of order, Dan. Don't do that.
Okay, sorry. Then Elder Scrolls, then Fallout 5. Because if Fallout 5 comes out first, I'm gonna fucking flip.
Yeah, you'll probably.
I'm gonna fly to Bethesda. I'm gonna fly to Bethesda. Me and Todd Howard are gonna have it out.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna have to talk to that man. Jesus,
you're gonna be live on location watching me get arrested.
So with those kind of things, I'll be watching that. I'm excited for it. I always take a look. I'm excited for more Fable. Andy, I know you can echo the same thing. Dan, I know you're probably excited. Yeah. John,
I hope they have that spinny game.
Spinny
game with
the you should be excited.
I hope John, I hope they have chopping wood in that game for you. You know what I mean? I know you spent an hour doing that. Hell yeah, dude. Reaching everybody.
John's like, you talking about wood chop simulator?
Yeah.
Peter Molyneux not involved, so we'll see how that goes. Possibly better.
Wood.
Yeah, you better hope so, right? I mean, why not?
John, that will be the first thing that I do if I get that game. I will go to a forest. Pull that.
It'd be funny if it was behind like a bunch of missions. John couldn't do it until he did a bunch of other stuff. Before he
find an axe.
So 2026 shaping up to be a pretty good year for video games, especially right off the bat. I think there's a pretty big one we're all looking forward to. But John, I'm gonna let you go first. Run through your top 3. I see you have an honorable mention. That's okay.
I love
breaking the rules a little bit, but at least you're not Andy, who gave me 8.
Just like his Thanksgiving.
What can I say?
Yeah, he's like, I gotta have more Thanksgivings. Gotta have more games than 3. Sorry.
One game for every Thanksgiving you went to.
You picked just 3. I want to throw them all on there.
But John, go ahead. What are your most anticipated for the upcoming 2026 year?
All right. Well, I am blessed that 2 of mine, which one of them is the honorable mention, but of my favorite franchises are a part of this in video games. So that is awesome. And so my honorable mention that I'll lead off with is Halloween. And it's the honorable mention because I'm skeptical of it. What can you do? How much traction? How much depth can you get with a video game version of Michael Myers?
I can tell you, it's going to play like Dead by Daylight, and that game's very popular. But so it's going to be a multiplayer game. But yeah, go ahead. Go off, King.
So it's just a reskin of Dead by Daylight, just solely focused on Michael Myers, though. I mean,
I thought this was highly anticipated, not nitpicking.
Yeah.
That's why it's not number 1, 2, or 3.
I'm super excited for this game.
Well, what's the honorable mention he's like honorable mention? Fuck this game! Like I don't get what we're doing here.
I can't wait for it.
I can't wait to shit on this game.
I can't wait for it, but I also think it's gonna be terrible.
That's all I got. It's my honorable mention because I'm skeptical.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fair. That's good.
Of the depth that you would be able to get out of it.
Well, I mean, Friday the 13th had the same thing, and that game failed and went away, right? So I understand the reason you are. So,
yeah. So then number 3, going with Killer Inn.
Okay.
We in our debut episode of the podcast, we reviewed whatever event had just occurred, and we were going over. There was a list of games, and that I saw a video for that, and that really looked cool. And so
it was probably Summer Game Fest. I'll be honest with you.
I think it was Summer Game Fest. That sounds right. It's like it's a murder mystery in video game form. So it's a little bit of it's like a Clue, Among Us mixture.
Okay. Yeah.
Just from what I'm gathering from watching a video on Steam there. The trailer for it, so it looks really fun. That looks really cool, so you've got lambs and you've got wolves, and you're assigned.
I saw Colonel Mustard vent, guys.
With a knife.
Holy shit, dude! That got me, man. Holy fuck! Colonel Mustard just vented. He's a murderer. God damn it.
Thanks, Andy.
Holy shit. Why isn't there a Clue version of like Among Us, right? God dang, man.
Yeah.
Holy
just
cow.
Derailed that. Colonel Mustard is vet.
Oh shit.
So yeah, that one's really I'm looking forward to that one. That's a little bit up. That's up my alley. So, there's that.
I'd play that with you. Both of those actually that you mentioned I would hop into. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, fun. Number 2.
That didn't sound genuine. Yeah, fun. Fun. That sounded kind of condescending, frankly.
Yeah, fun. Sure, dude. Whatever.
Well, I mean, we every time the games that we've played, we play like one time, and then we just can't ever get on the same.
Okay,
schedule.
hold on. Your recent run of the last game,
which is gonna be blamed on me.
No, these I will give you that I've already been interested on these 2 that you've mentioned. So there's already leading evidence that I'm going to be in playing these games. The last one where you're like, don't scream together. Well, holy shit. That game is not great, right? It's not even don't scream. It's don't even make a sound game.
That's why it was less than $5.
Was great.
Whatever the price was.
A cool concept. Absolutely cool concept. But make it a range. Don't say, oops, I sneezed, or somebody else made a noise outside of my microphone and it caused me to die.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
Sorry, we're derailed. Go on, dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, because now I'm checking to see real quick if the reviews for it have because I remember when the game it
it's not
tanked.
doing
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame.
Uh-oh, to get worse?
Anyway, next I have got Agefield High, Rock the School. No, I'm just kidding. I am looking forward to that game though, but it's not on my list. I'm going with Mad Television Tycoon, and there isn't a release date on it yet. It just says coming soon still for Steam. So
Okay.
there's that. It may, by the time it's said and done, it may be 2027 or something before that comes out. But this game, it's a simulator type game, and you run a television studio, from what I gather, and it looks like it's a tower building game, like News Tower behind me. You
Okay.
add floors to your television station. I don't know any other details, specifics.
That was a hard one to get out. Jesus Christ.
That's the word.
We are rusty.
Mad Television.
Wait, nobody's been talking for the last 2 months when we were all disappeared for a little bit. Jesus Christ.
John struggled with talking a bit.
And Andy was stuffing himself with turkey while we all just had our mouths sewn shut.
Yeah, we didn't know what to say. We can't even talk now. And he's like, look at all my gifts. Jesus Christ, dude.
So in Mad Television Tycoon, you take control of a TV station, accept the challenge, and lead your network to success. Your task is to create a diverse schedule, maximize advertising revenue, and outshine the competition. So yeah, my gathering is you run a TV station, you build layers, build towers of your station, and you create the schedule of your channel. So, you have to optimize your demographics, kids, adults, news shows, comedy shows, serious shows.
They're called they're usually called dramas.
Dramas.
What's your favorite serious show?
A serious show, not one that
We are struggling. Holy show!
Yeah, not a comedy, not a cartoon. What's your favorite not cartoon comedy?
Yeah,
program.
So and I love it because the wheels are already turning in my head for this game. Right?
Are they?
As far as listen to this, get this. All right, so call signs, call tags, whatever you call them. The radio stations, TV stations. They have their WNBC. All that.
Oh my God.
My
ELBY.
television channel. It will be ELBY.
Oh my God, dude.
John, do you ever notice how none of them actually start with an E? It's because it's not a fucking option.
ELBY TV.
Yeah, it's never an option because it's never been done.
Because you're assigned a tag by the freaking the FCC or the FCC. You don't just get to pick it.
Dan is a local celebrity in our area because he used to work for our local rock station. So he knows this stuff. So he gets very offended here when I bring up my call tag starting with an E.
The bear.
John, I'm going to tell you something right now that it says by the FCC that all call signs starting with letter K and W are reserved exclusively for use in the United States. Like, it's not a choice.
This game is called Mad Television Tycoon, not Mad Television Tycoon Simulator. Okay? It doesn't.
You said it was a simulator-like game.
Well,
ran by the FCC. No, it's what I want to do and what I want to. Who knows? Maybe they won't even let me, Dan. Maybe it'll be WELBY.
Simulation tag actually on the Steam.
You don't have that many letters either, John. Oh my God. You're gonna fail at this game. You've done no research. You've done no prep work.
Welby.
Welbies. Oh boy.
So
all right.
So I feel like the possibilities. I feel like it's endless with that one. That one's got a hook. I saw a video for that one, and the hook were set right into me. It's I'm looking forward to that one.
Looks like
number one on my list. Obviously, would there be any other one besides Resident Evil Requiem?
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that one to come out. What?
Big Ambitions 2 would be over that, I bet.
Also, sometime here in January, the next update for that game should be dropping. So very excited about that.
Oh yeah.
Big big. I almost was gonna do that. My top three, games looking forward to for this year was
Big
just gonna be
ambitions update.
updates for games that I currently play.
Damn it, they got you. That's what it is. Also, I want to note here for everybody else watching or listening. We tried not to overlap. So some of these games, Resident Evil is probably going to be would definitely be on my top 3. Andy, I'm not sure about you. Maybe it would or would not have been.
It was on mine.
It was on yours too, Dan. Resident Evil.
No,
I was gonna say no. It's not. Don't lie to me, you little shit.
Gotcha.
But we're not overlapping. So like some of these were on mine, some of these were on Dan's. Vice versa, those kind of things. So Resident Evil would have been on mine as well. But cool, very cool.
So looking exciting. Very excited about coming back to Raccoon City. I can't wait for that.
Also new character, but also bringing back old ones. Yeah, dude, that's how you do it.
Yep.
And 2 different play styles in that game. Oh, dude,
the hype train is moving. It's moving for that game.
That's I'm.
We're talking about Resident Evil. I have a offensive lineman on my Ball State.
No, he's
named
not.
Chris Redfield.
Hell yeah!
I was like, where is this going? Where is this going? Got a living dead?
He's an offensive lineman.
He's an offensive lineman. He's a right guard.
The way he punches boulders, so I mean, come on, dude. He's like, he punches big ass boulder. Jesus Christ. Well, good for you.
I
you
took
got
a picture of it. I'll send it to you later.
You got a good recruit, that one for sure. Let's jump to Andy. You want to go next?
Sure.
Get it, girl.
Already.
Get it, girl.
Yeah, so we already talked about the overlap. There was a couple that I'm looking forward to. So I had a couple non-overlaps that are my honorable mentions. One is Mouse PI for Hire. Probably seen this. It's like a black and white Cuphead kind of art style. And
First-person shooter.
you can first-person shooter. Definitely took inspiration from Steamboat Willie, as it was announced after that copyright expired. So
love that.
That one's got interest for me. That one's coming out, I think, in March. And then my second, which just says 2026 for now, so take that with a grain of salt. These ones that we're saying that have no date yet, but it's Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. Was super excited when this was announced. Like, I feel like almost 2 years ago now. All the previous games were released on just DS, 3DS, and it's been a long time coming for a new one, so I'm excited for that. For probably Switch 2. So my top 3. Number 3, gonna have to go with Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis. Really looking forward to this one. I love the idea of what they're doing, basically kind of reimagining the first game, and kind of continuing it on from the Survivor, prequel trilogy. So they're kind of meshing it all together to start making one cohesive story. And if this is good, I really hope they continue doing it with the other ones. At least up till Angel of Darkness. Things get a little murky then. The number 2 for me, Gears of War E-Day. Super excited for this one as well. Really curious to see where they take this. Does this take from some of the prequel books? And some of those prequel books were excellent, especially the first 2, and they really tie into the game. So recommend those books if you're into Gears of War. Hoping that this kind of talks more about Dom and his life.
That's cool.
Super excited for that. And number 1 for me is 007 First Light. This was going to come out in March, got delayed till May. Hopefully that means they're going to work on it. Some people have been kind of critical about how it looks and such, which I didn't think it looked bad or anything, but hopefully they take some time to polish it up, maybe make it look a little better, even though I thought it looked good. But it looks like a super fun time.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Really looking to see what they do with that James Bond.
Yeah, I'm excited. That one's going to be good. You kind of knocked it out of the park with those three. I know Tomb Raider would have been on my wife's list, and I really like what they did with the announcements where they came out with like, "Hey, we have a game coming out this year," and they're like, "Guess what? We also have a game coming out next year." Right? Keep Tomb Raider. If they can do that and have the teams and the ability to push out those games yearly and actually like do that, then keep Tomb Raider at the forefront. That would be really, really good as long as they come out in a good quality. You know what I mean? Dan, do you want me to go or you want to go next, my man?
That's up to you. Ladies' choice.
Go ahead, sir. I'll let you go. I'll go last. That's no big deal.
You're such a gentleman. Thank you.
I try to be, but you said I'm a lady.
You're a beautiful lady.
I am a gentleman's lady,
independent and a strong, independent woman.
There you go. I love it.
So I think we've already talked about it, but obviously one of the ones on my list was Fable. But again, I think kind of to borrow Andy's point, it sounds like, and they keep kind of implying 2026, but that's to be taken with a grain of salt. I feel like we'll get a better picture with this developer thing, maybe where it's at.
Maybe they'll say a date. Who knows?
Yeah, we never know. We got to get the chicken chaser, dude.
That's right. Real quick, before you get anywhere past, I want to talk about the possibility of Xbox launching a Fable, a Forza Horizon, a Gears of War game, and a Halo campaign involved game. That's insane for a year of, especially for it being the 25th anniversary.
25th anniversary.
That's crazy. So
saving everything.
That's bananas. That if those dominoes fall the way that they may have intended them to, that's going to be absolutely nuts if those all release this year. Anyways, go ahead, Dan.
The other one that next one I had on there was one that we've talked about before on the show. Fate Keeper.
Yes.
There's a lot of buzz around that. Initial early like alpha previews and stuff. It all sounds like it's been positive coming out of that. I think it's really cool that they're kind of doing very small, spaced out, methodical tests. Out like they're doing supposed to be doing a couple different alphas of different sizes, and then betas of different scale. So it sounds like they're taking the time, right? They're taking the time to try to really make sure the game comes out in the best state that it can. Again, it's got, you hear it referred to. What's interesting is you hear it compared to like a lot of different games that are also not very similar, right? Like, you've heard it compared to like Elder Scrolls. You hear some people talk about some visuals that compare to some of the Souls games. Like, so it's kind of across the board. It just sounds like there's a lot of intrigue to that game. So I'm looking forward to seeing.
It looks great. I know we highlighted and watched the trailer and some gameplay on here, and it looked really, really good.
The third one, because correct me if I'm wrong, at the Game Awards there was 2 Star Wars games announced.
Yes.
The Old Republic type one, there's no date for that.
That game is not that game. They said it's going to come out before
like 2030.
2030. So
okay, that's what I thought. So because those were the 2 highlights for me out of that whole thing, but that would make the pod racing game, Galactic Racer, probably next in line for me. It takes me back to 64 days, dude.
Oh, dude,
and,
so good.
Just doing some pod racing. Any of those games back on the GameCube, the 64, like those, there was a good era of Star Wars games.
So many games to play from those. Yeah. They weren't just like here's Battlefront.
I liked Battlefield. I liked Battlefronts, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I know there's people have their things with it, but obviously I was on board with the whole the loot box thing or whatever. It's ridiculous, but I mean the actual gameplay or whatever, it was fun when they had a lively community. But
yeah, the games when it's
what it is lately.
Yeah, what it is today, it's awesome. It is so good, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all good choices, Dan.
And then honorable mention for me is I am going to hold out against all hope of hopes that
here it comes.
If there is any kind of higher entity in this world, that if we don't at least get, maybe not even the release, give me a release date this year of Elder Scrolls
window.
Tell me when it's going to come out. Yeah, tell me where it's target Q4 2027. Give me something.
What if they just give you 2027?
That's fine. I don't care. Give me some level of update, detail update, something.
I made fun of I guess he's my cousin now by marriage, right? But I made fun of him. His name's Hermes, right? I made fun of him because he's like, that game's not going to come out until like 2029, 2028. I'm like, you're full of shit. And he's going to make me eat crow. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
They said that it's been the same amount of time between Skyrim and now as it was from like, what was it, Oblivion and Skyrim or something like. It was a crazy amount of time from when that was. The same time between something in Skyrim as that announced trailer to now. It's been like a decade. Like, it's insane.
It's been a long time.
And we all knew to expect that
Long
it was
time.
going to be a while, but it's like getting to the point where you're like, did you have anything? Was that just like somebody throw something together very quickly and now we got to make a game?
We need to end with Elder Scrolls. We're making it. You're like, I hope so.
And they had nothing. It's what it feels like. They were like, throw it together and then like, shit, now we have to make it.
Yeah. I got
it was like a 10-second video of just a landscape saying that it was in development. Like,
and a logo. Yeah. Elder Scrolls. It wasn't even a logo. It was just Elder Scrolls 6, and it was just
we expected to at least hear, hey, it's under. We're expected to hear more than like, I regret playing that trailer after a decade.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. All good choices, Dan. What is see? Fable would have been on mine. Fate Keeper would have been an honorable mention as well.
Oh, and Forza was on mine too. It was on mine, I believe, originally too. Yeah,
for sure. Hopping to mine though, we've got an honorable mention. Forsaken Realms, Varen's Call. It's kind of an inspired Fable, like, if you will, but it's an RPG, third-person RPG with spells and swordplay and gameplay. So I've been following this game forever. I had the ability or the chance or opportunity to send in my likeness. I don't know if it went anywhere. I don't know if they made a character or anything like that, but I was able to send in my likeness. And then I was also given the opportunity to name a character as well. I don't know, again, if they were used, but it was, hey, could you send us something? And then they took it and went from there. So that would be absolutely really, really cool. If that both of those things happened or just one, that'd be great too. But that one is my honorable mention. Hopefully for 2026. Was supposed to come out last year, but got pushed and all that good stuff. So nothing wrong there. But number 3 for me, Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight, and not normally a Lego guy, to be honest with you. But this one doesn't play like the other Lego games. This one plays more like the Arkham games and that fighting style. So that's how you get me, instead of just, punch, they break into pieces. Punch, they break into pieces. But this brings in the Arkham fighting style.
Classic.
I get it. That's fine. They're collector games. They're good. They're good and they serve a purpose because my wife adores them. And that's fine. They're great. Like I think they're fun. They're great for kids as well. They're absolutely fantastic.
Easy to achievement hunt on that.
Yeah. John doesn't like challenge. Remember, he doesn't like playing on hard. He doesn't like to be challenged.
But I think that's how you do it. Put a Lego skin on the Arkham style games, and I'm all for it. So that's kind of why I'm excited for that one. And then my number 2 is Slay the Spire 2, which you can tell kind of behind me here. One of the only games, I don't do a lot of mobile handheld gaming, but this is one of the very few games that I will play. It's a card game. It's a deck builder. It's a roguelike. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of fun. I have a good time with it. Had a fantastic time with the first one. I adored it. I played a lot, and I plan on doing the same thing when this one comes out too. So that's why you're going to find it number 2 for me for most anticipated for 2026. And then my first one is Forza Horizon 6. Because it's going to take place in Japan, and I can only imagine what it's going to be like. I didn't know
that. That's awesome.
Only imagine what it's going to be like to drive around in Japan with the cherry blossoms, the trees, and those leaves falling, and how sick that is going to look. So that's why I'm very, very excited for that. They've been nothing
cherry blossom
but
trees.
Yeah, dude, they've been nothing but hit after hit after hit with this game. So, or this series with the Horizon series. Even Motorsport is really, really good too. But those are my most anticipated ones. Anything for John, obviously Requiem would have been on my list, and Fable, Fate Keeper would have been on there. Andy, I could say obviously First Light and Gears of War would have been on there too. So I think we all share quite a bit of different stuff, which is cool. But we'll see. I think
you guys don't have any of the simulator games though.
I haven't gotten into that. No, that's
crazy, John. I know.
They're
crazy.
right there, like
that are coming out.
Right there, 5 and 6, I think, for me. Right, they just didn't make the cut for honorable.
Yeah, the rest of my list, frankly, was simulators, John. I just didn't want to be too.
That's just not my type of game. I don't know what it is. I'm more likely to play a simulator game if it is a co-op adventure and I can actually play with somebody. I wouldn't sit there and do your game that you talked about, the Mad Television Tycoon. When I looked at it, it reminded me of, do you guys remember the game Tiny Towers?
Yes.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Do you remember that it's like a mobile game? I think, right? It was
Yeah, I played it on my iPhone, dude.
Yes,
When I used to have iPhones.
I loved that game, and that's what it reminded me of.
addicting.
Granted, you're more building like a I forget, aren't you building like an apartment complex or something like that?
Yeah, it's
Tiny
like
tower. It's like a high rise apartment.
You have to pick residents and those kind of things. Yeah. That's what it reminded me of. So I'm not building like a TV station, but you are adding floors as you go and residents and then keeping them happy. And do you want to let this one in? I spent a lot of time when that was like new and fresh, right? Tiny Tower is one of the first ones that, while you were playing Farmville, John, I was playing Tiny Towers, right?
Yeah. While you were begging for people to come water your crops, we were playing real big boy shit.
Real big. Yeah, I would not say Tiny Towers is real big boy shit, but
that's grown man stuff right there.
There it is. Yeah.
Farmville walked so that these games could run today.
No, it did not.
That's true. It's a live service game. Clash of Clans wouldn't exist
Mafia
without
Wars,
Farmville.
John? You gonna play some Mafia Wars?
Yeah, exactly. Farmville,
That's
Cityville,
That's
Mafia
true.
Wars,
Clash of Clans.
early Facebook games of 2008 to 2010.
I forgot about Pawn Stars.
They bring you in the same baseball 30 times.
Yep.
And then you'd be able to figure out exactly how much they would take for it.
Yep. Sheesh. But those games walked.
They laid the groundwork, didn't they?
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, boys. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for taking the time today. Thank you, everybody else, for hanging out and watching with us as we shake the rust off, getting back into this whole thing, 2026. We're trying to be more consistent as best that we can. I don't like to do shows without people, so that's maybe what leads to some gaps, but we're just going to hit the ground running. If it's just me, it's just me. So here we are.
We leave the people wanting more. We got to leave. We got to longing.
I don't think Andy's got do you get together for Valentine's Day and do a bunch of
Martin Luther King Day is coming up in like 2 weeks.
That's true. Yep.
6 or 7 different marches he's got to go to. For sure.
John?
6,
You're an
7,
adult. Stop.
6, 7. All right. Wait. Thank you, everybody, for watching to the end. If you stuck around, let us know in the comments what you are looking forward to gaming wise. Or even throw some TV shows in there if you're not big on gaming and you stumble across a gaming podcast and you're like, what the hell, how'd I get here?
Always looking for TV shows.
And you watched all the way to the end. If you got to the end, and you're like, hey, I actually like TV better than video games. Let me know what you're looking forward to as well, because there's a couple that I'm jumping into myself. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, gentlemen, for hanging out, and we will see you all on the next one. Adios, everybody. Bye.